Hello, hello, hello. My name's Sam and welcome to my channel Sew That Sparkle with Sam. And today is Fruity Friday on a Thursday, Fruity Thursday on a Friday, who knows. Thank you so much for your understanding. Life got lifey this week, so apologies if this is a little bit later than you were expecting, but it is a fruity week, so I have got lots of fruity things to share with you. So settle down, grab yourself a cuppa and get ready for a bit of fruity sparkle. Yes, so let's talk about fruity sewing. First things first, my chocolate apron. So my chocolate apron is finished. The reason that my chocolate apron is fruity is because it has got raspberries and strawberries, and cherries in there. So, you know, 3 fruits plus chocolate. I think technically chocolate's a vegetable, but you know, we've definitely got fruits in there. I really enjoyed making this apron. I popped a little handmade goddess from the Cozy Club Handmade, which was kindly gifted to me, with this little cupcake on, because I strongly believe that this apron is going to be used for the purposes of making cakes and all baked goods. I have a kind of special design for this apron. I am hoping to pop this out as a pattern one day soon. I'm still, every time I make it, I'm perfecting it, so yeah, it's a bit of a work in progress. But basically what I do is I do it as a bit of a zero waste apron. So the bit that's cut out here for the armhole is used for the pockets, and then you've got these lovely curved pockets which you can't really see in fabric that's all the same, but it does make it very nice for putting your hands in. I've got these little D-rings at the top which makes the straps adjustable, so it can be used for anyone to wear. It's got these extra long straps at the back which are great for tying, but also then you can bring them around to the front and tie at the front if you like that kind of look, because that's what I like to do with an apron. And then I also add in a special little magic loop, excuse me young lady, and it's here, and that's for you to hang your tea towel on. Because I don't know about you, but the first thing I do when I put an apron on is rub my hands up against it with my floury or buttery fingers. And if you've got a tea towel there, it just saves the apron. So yeah, so I have really enjoyed making that. So that is going to go up on as a fruity entry into Sew Fruity. I was going to gift it, but I think I'm just going to use it myself because I love it. So yeah, I love practical sewing. It makes me very happy. Do you wear an apron when you cook, or are you kind of, you know, just go for it any old how? I don't know. Are aprons a thing anymore? I don't know whether, let me know. Do you wear an apron when you cook? So next things next, after the fruity apron, I made a very good start on my pear pants. See what I did there? So these are my Helen's Closet Falconer pants, or Falconer trousers. This is the wide leg version. As you can see, it's got these side panels with these lovely big pockets, which are great for putting all sorts of things in. I have made these once before as shorts. I've never made them as trousers. As you can see, they're kind of almost done. I've done all of the top stitching. I baste fitted and then took them all apart and redone them, so I know that they fit me. And the only thing I've got to do now is finish the top stitching on the waistband, pop the button on and secure these lovely belt loops, and then I'm done. But I have a little bit of a funny story about these. So I decided that last night at my Sew Fruity session, I would thought, oh, I've only really got to put the waistband in, so while I'm chatting to all the lovely folks, I'll pop that waistband in. And then I learned a very important lesson about the fact that I cannot do chatty zooms when I need to concentrate on something like a waistband. Oh, all I'm going to say is it ended up with me having to recut the waistband And yeah, and took me almost 2 hours to just get it pinned in. But you know, it's now in and it fits and everything is fine. No need to worry. But yeah, hey ho, you live and you learn. So the only thing I've got to decide now about those is which label to pop in them. So I've got this one here which says pressed to perfection, which is from my lovely friend Adam Sews, and I think that one is super cute. And then I've got this one here which says perfectly handmade, which is from the lovely Rachel, who is Cozy Club Handmade. So I think, if I'm totally honest, the Cozy Club Handmade green goes slightly better than that green. But you know, I have got another pair make coming up, so that one might go into there. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think I should go Cozy Club or Adam Sews in my Falconer pants? But yeah, I definitely feel that by next week, so my final Sew Fruity, I will definitely have finished outfit garments to show you. They are so nearly there. So next make is an accidental fruity make. Yeah, this just became an accidental extra fruity entry because, as most of my sewing in my sewing room comes about, it comes from a practical need, and I am off to see Andrea on Saturday from Beyond the Pink Door. Me and my lovely friend Tamlin are taking a road trip. I am so excited, and we are off to Poundbury to visit Beyond the Pink Door for Beyond the Pink Door's summer party, and we are staying overnight, so I need an overnight bag. And of course, you know, when you've got, you know, not an awful lot of time on your hands, the best thing you can do is make yourself an overnight bag. Well, that's what I did anyway. So a little bit of a long story, but I know how much you like them, so grab yourself a cuppa. I bought some fabric from minerva.com. So I tend, if I need to buy fabric for my students, I tend to go on Minerva because they have a lot of choice. But I'm going to be really honest, I don't find Minerva very easy to navigate. I try and avoid it if I can, to be honest, but it is really handy because it has everything you could possibly ever need. Now, they had a little cotton sale going on, and I think there was something like 30-40% off any of their kind of, it wasn't all cottons, it was their kind of selected cottons. And so while I was there, as you do, I had a look and I saw this gorgeous fabric, this gorgeous striped canvas fabric pop up. And of course, it's rainbows, it's canvas, it's all of the bright colours, it's the colours that I love. So I popped 2.5 meters into my basket thinking that I would make a pair of dungarees. And that was my intention. Anyway, as happens a lot with Minerva, is I got a phone call, I got an email, sorry, they didn't ring me. It would have been nicer if they rang me. I got an email saying that they only had 1 meter. Did I still want it? And I really had fallen in love with this fabric. So I thought, you know what, 1 meter, I can make something work. So I said yes, but then it just kind of sat there in my stash. And then when I needed to make a bag, a big bag, an overnight bag, I thought, I've got 1 meter of that gorgeous canvas that will make an absolutely fabulous painter's tote. So this is the painter's tote bag by my lovely friend Luke, who was the Sewing Bee winner. Sewing Bee news coming up later, folks. Don't forget to wait for that. And yeah, and the reason that I love this tote is all of the pockets. So it's the way that it's constructed means from one pocket panel, you get 3 pockets and then an extra pocket. And then obviously you get 3 pockets here and an extra pocket. So you get 8 pockets in total, these lovely big straps. And then because I'm using it as an overnight bag, the one modification that I made is that I popped these 2 little tabs on and I popped a zip into it. So it is a zipped bag. And I also got my positive pants on and an inside pocket, because when you're going away, you know, there's always something that you know that you're going to need. And so if I pop that in there, and then there's loads of room for everything else inside. So yeah, really nice, simple make. I had one of these long zips. Now, as you can see, matches perfectly with my Falconers. I was actually going to use the green canvas inside. I'm glad I didn't now, because I wouldn't have had enough to cut another waistband. But so I just used calico. Now Luke recommends calico for lining in their pattern, so I thought that would work absolutely brilliantly. And I know you're saying, well, hang on a minute, Sam, what makes this fruity? Yeah, I can see the fruity colours. There's obviously lemon yellow and orange and, you know, a little raspberry pink up there. But no, there is a mystery fruit. So here is this little fruity motif. Can someone let me know? Blue cherry. Someone suggested on Sew Fruity last night it might be a damson, but it's definitely a sparkly fruit, so that makes it fruity in my book. But yeah, and now I've got a gorgeous overnight bag to take with me to the summer party, and I think it's great. Yeah, so what do we think? Blue cherry, blueberry, something else? Let me know. So, as I was just saying, last night I had an absolutely lovely evening. It was my Sew Fruity session. So I run online socials. I run them twice a week. They're Monday mornings and Friday evenings. And then once a month, I pop in an extra one that is free for my super sparklers, which are my social sparkle subscribers. And this month I made it all fruity, but it happened to be midweek. So, and it was last night, and I had a lovely Sew Fruity session. Lots of lovely people came. Now, there was lots of, because it was a Wednesday, there was a kind of a different vibe. There was lots of different people, and I really enjoyed it, and some new faces too, which is always lovely to see. Now, I think the consensus for fruit was there was lots of strawberries and lots of tomatoes. You know, all fruits are welcome here. And yeah, and it was just really lovely to see people being creative and making their fruity makes. But that wasn't my favourite part about the evening. My favourite part about the evening was the fact that the sewing community came up. And I have to say, in lots of the Zooms, the sewing community comes up a lot. But people were talking about their favourite bloggers or favourite vloggers or people that they hadn't seen for a while. And it felt like a real catch up, and it was just so lovely. People were talking about how vloggers had inspired them, how they'd made things because of the sewing community. And oh, I don't know, it just felt like a great big sewing hug. I love the sewing community. There was also a lot of mentions from subscribers that say how much that they appreciate all of us vloggers, not just me, everybody, all of the vloggers in the sewing community that give their time and energy into it. And, you know, after a pretty lively week, it was just what I needed to hear, and it was just really lovely. And I just felt completely enveloped in some lovely sewing community love. So it was a really lovely session, and I felt like I wanted to kind of share that. There was lots of talks of events and friendships that had been made and inspiration. It's amazing what you can squeeze into 2 hours these days. But it reminded me that sewing isn't just about kind of fabric and patterns, it's about people and community. And yeah, it was much needed last night. So yeah, that was really lovely. So, big announcement yesterday. Did you hear? I was so excited. Big news. The Sewing Bee has been announced. So it is going to be starting on Tuesday, the 28th of July. It is a Tuesday. It'll be on BBC One. So if you are not in the UK, then yeah, you'll need to be able to find it on BBC One, 9 o'clock on Tuesdays. I know that lots of you who don't manage to watch it kind of in real time, manage to watch it kind of afterwards. So it's just, yeah, I am so excited. But the reason I'm so excited is that I've been doing something I've been doing for the past 3 years is my Sewing Bee Synopsis. Easy for you to say, hey? And I'm so excited to tell you that they are coming back. Yeah, I've decided to do it all again. I love doing it so much. Now, in the past, I've watched on Tuesday, I've watched the Sewing Bee, I've woken up in the morning, I've done my vlog, and I've got it out to you as quickly as possible on the Wednesday. And this year I've decided to do it slightly differently because I've already set up this Fruity Thursday, this themed Thursday, and then my social sparkle on a Sunday. I've decided to do my Sewing Bee Synopsis on a Thursday. So you can watch, you get a couple of days to catch up and watch your Sewing Bee, and then you can watch me on the Thursday. And yeah, and I've got a little bit of a newer format this year, which I hope you'll really enjoy. I love doing the Sewing Bee Synopsis. It's how a lot of you found me. I know that from in comments and from personal messages and kind of letters and cards that I've got, that people found me because of me doing my Sewing Bee Synopsis. So it's really important that I keep that tradition going, and I'm really looking forward to doing it again this year. And yeah, we're gonna have some more bee friends, and I just can't wait. So hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have some more announcements, and I will let you know as soon as I hear all of the contestants. I'll let you know. So Fruity Thursdays will eventually be taken over by Sewing Bee Thursdays for my Sewing Bee Synopsis, and to tell you, I am here for it. I am very excited. Do you watch Sewing Bee? Do you love a bit of a Sewing Bee synopsis? Is there anything you would in particular like to see? Bearing in mind that I can't do, because of copyright issues, obviously, and it is on the BBC, I can't do too much in the way of kind of showing you what goes on. But hopefully I'll be able to explain with my lovely sparkly words what's going on and giving you an idea. So you are probably all shouting at your screen right now, but Sam, what are you wearing? What is that t-shirt that you are wearing? So yes, so this is another, believe it or not, fruity make. Yes, it is fruity, that I made this week. So if I stand up, you can see I have a little sassy strawberry right there. So this t-shirt was made this week, and it is all the fault of my lovely friend Rachel, who is the French Seams. So she let me know about a lovely fabric company that isn't new, but new to me, called Mama Fabrics, that she gets all of her lovely jerseys, lycra jerseys, cotton jerseys from for her boys. And as you all know, I love a fun print. This one's got little kind of fried eggs. And then it was this sassy strawberry that did it for me. I just needed to have a metre of this fabric in my life. I've made a closet core t-shirt, which is one of my go-to t-shirt patterns, and I love it. It's bringing all of the fun. It's just so lovely. And I think with all of these bright colours that I'm going to be bringing into my wardrobe, I think it will go really nicely, because, you know, if you're going to make something, you want to make sure that you haven't got any wardrobe orphans. And because this has got so many colours in it, I can pretty much wear it with anything. Yeah, so it is a fruity make. It will be entered into hashtag Sew Fruity 26. And I'm not trying to argue that cupcakes are fruit. I'm not trying to argue that corn is a fruit, or tacos or donuts. But yeah, this little sassy strawberry. So yeah, so I think that's all I've got to tell you this week for my fruity session. Don't forget to join me on Sunday for a little bit of sparkle. I'm just a little pre-warning that Sunday sparkle may be a little bit later this week, because I am going away. So I'm going away to Beyond the Pink Door with my lovely friend Tamlin. Not quite sure what time I'm going to be getting back and whether I'm going to be able to, you know, get time to get that out to you, but hopefully I will. So yeah, you take care. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend, and get some time to do lots of lovely sewing, or maybe a little bit of fabric shopping, who knows. Don't forget to sparkle, lovely ones. I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.